Ah, guess what, you guys? I almost let my logic trick me because I was like, yeah, I'm not going to record what I actually do before I go to sleep. But then I thought about it. Why not just record it? I mean, might as well. Let's all since y'all watching, right? So let's all enjoy this gift together. So this is what I actually do before I go to sleep. And every night that I've done this, I mean, you can tell that my life has changed. And this is a big reason why. So, alright. Autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is a term which applies to all suggestion and all self-administered stimuli, which reaches one's mind through the five senses. Stated in another way, autosuggestion is self-suggestion. It is the agency of communication between that part of the mind where the conscious thought takes place and that which serves as the seat of action of the subconscious mind. Through the dominating thoughts which one permits to remain in the conscious mind. Whether these thoughts be negative or positive is immaterial. Let me get comfortable. Alright. The principle of autosuggestion voluntarily reaches the subconscious mind through the influences it with these thoughts. No thought, whether it be negative or positive, can enter the subconscious mind without the aid of the principle of autosuggestion. With the exception of thought picked up from the ether, stated differently, all sense impressions, which are perceived to the five senses, are stopped by the conscious thinking mind, and may either be passed on to the subconscious mind or rejected at will. The conscious faculty serves, therefore, as the outer guard to the approach of the subconscious. Nature has so built man that he has absolute control over the material which reaches his subconscious mind through his five senses. Although this is not meant to be construed as a statement that man always exercises this control. In a great majority of instances, he does not exercise it, which explains why so many go through life in poverty. Recall what has been said about the subconscious mind resembling a fertile garden spot in which weeds will grow in abundance with the seeds more desirable crops. If the seeds of more desirable crops are not sown therein, autosuggestion is the agency of control through which an individual may voluntarily feed his subconscious mind on thoughts of a creative nature, or by neglect, permit thoughts of destructive nature to find their way into this rich garden of the mind. You were instructed in the last of the 6 steps described in the chapter on desire to read out loud twice daily the written statement of your desire for money, and to see and feel yourself already in possession of the money. By following these instructions, you communicate the object of your desire directly to your subconscious mind in a spirit of absolute faith. Through repetition of this procedure, you voluntarily create thought habits which are favorable to your effort to transmute desire into its monetary equivalent. Go back to the 6 steps described in Chapter 2 and read them again very carefully before you proceed further. So we go to chapter 2. Chapter 2. Fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. It is not sufficient merely to say, I want plenty of money. Be definite as to the amount. There is a psychological reason for definiteness, which will be described in a subsequent chapter. Determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the amount of money you desire. There is no such reality as something for nothing. Establish a definite date when you intend to pass the money, to possess the money you desire. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put this plan into action. Write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. Read your written statement aloud twice daily, once just before retiring at night and once after rising in the morning. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. So now we're going back to chapter 4, and we go to where we left off. So it says, then when you come to it, read carefully the 4 instructions for the organization of your mastermind group, described in the chapter on organized planning. Alright, so organized planning. Let's see. Allow yourself with a group of as many people as you may need for the creation and carrying out of your plan or plans for the accumulation of money. Making use of the mastermind principle described in later chapter. Compliance with this instruction is absolutely essential. Do not neglect. Before forming your mastermind alliance, describe what advantages and benefits you may offer the individual members of your group in return for their cooperation. No one will work indefinitely without some form of compensation. No intelligent person would either request or expect in order to work without adequate compensation, although this may not always be in the form of money. Arrange to meet with members of your mastermind group at least twice a week, and more often if possible, until you have jointly perfected the necessary plan or plans for the accumulation of money. Maintain perfect harmony between yourself and every member of your mastermind group. If you fail to carry out this instruction to this letter, you may expect to meet with failure. The mastermind principle cannot obtain where perfect harmony does not prevail. Keep in mind these facts. You are engaged in an undertaking of major importance to you. To be sure of success, You must have plans which are faultless. You must have the advantage of the experience, education, native ability, and imagination of other minds. This is in harmony with the methods followed by every person who has accumulated great fortune. Alright, so going back to our suggestion, which is on page, I think, 43. Okay, so by comparing these two sets of instructions with that which has been stated on autosuggestion, you of course will see that the instructions involve the application of the principle of autosuggestion. Remember, therefore, when reading aloud the statement of your desire to which you are endeavoring to develop your money consciousness, that the mere reading of the words is of no consequence unless you mix emotion or feeling with your words. If you repeat millions of times the famous Emil Coué formula, day by day, in every way, I'm getting better and better, without mixing emotions or faith with your words, you will experience no desirable results. Your subconscious mind recognizes and acts upon only thoughts which have been well mixed with emotions or feeling. This is a fact of such importance as to warrant repetition in practically every chapter, because the lack of understanding of this is the main reason the majority of people who try to apply the principle of autosuggestion get no desirable results. Plain and emotional words do not influence the subconscious mind. If you get no appreciable results until you reach your subconscious mind with thoughts or spoken words which have been well mixed with emotion and belief, do not become discouraged if you cannot control and direct your emotions the first time you try to do so. Remember, there's no such possibility as something for nothing. Ability to reach and influence your subconscious mind has its price, and you must pay that price. You cannot cheat, even if you desire to do so. The price of ability to influence your subconscious mind is everlasting persistence in applying the principles described here. You cannot develop the desired application for a lower price. You and you alone must decide whether or not the reward for which you are striving, the money consciousness, is worth the price you must pay for it in effort. Wisdom and cleverness alone will not attract and retain money, except in a few very rare instances where the law of averages favors the attraction of money through these sources. The method of attracting money described here does not depend upon the law of averages. Moreover, the method plays no favor. It will work for one person as effectively as it will work for another. Where failure is experienced, it is the individual, not the method, which has failed. If you try and fail, make another effort. And another until you succeed. Your ability to use the principle of autosuggestion will depend very largely upon your capacity to concentrate upon a given desire until that desire becomes a burning obsession. When you begin to carry out this instruction in connection with the 6 steps described in the second chapter, it will be necessary for you to make use of the principle of concentration. Let us here offer suggestion for the effective use of concentration. When you begin to carry out the first of the 6 steps, which instructs you to fix in your own mind the exact amount of money you desire, hold your thought on that amount of money by concentration or fixation of attention, with your eyes closed until you can actually see the physical appearance of the money. Do this at least once each day. As you go through these exercises, follow the instructions given in the chapter on faith and see yourself actually in possession of the money. Here's the most significant fact. The subconscious mind takes any order given in a spirit of absolute faith and acts upon those orders, although the orders often have to be presented over and over again through repetition before they are interpreted by the subconscious mind. Following the preceding statements, consider the possibility of playing a perfectly legitimate trick on your subconscious mind by making it believe, because you believe it, that you must have the amount of money you are visualizing, that this money is already awaiting your claim, that the subconscious mind must hand over to you practical plans for acquiring the money which is yours. Hand over the thought suggested in preceding paragraph to your imagination and see what your imagination can or will do to create practical plans for the accumulation of money through transmutation of your desire. Do not wait for a definite plan to which you intend to exchange services or merchandise in return for the money you are visualizing, but begin at once to see yourself in possession of the money, demanding and expecting, meanwhile, that your subconscious mind will hand over the plan or plans you need. Be on the alert for these plans, and when they appear, put them into action immediately. When the plans appear, they'll probably appear in a flash into your mind and through the sixth sense in the form of an inspiration. This inspiration may be considered a direct telegram or message from infinite intelligence. Treat it with respect and act upon it as soon as you receive it. Failure to do this will be fatal to your success. In the fourth of the 6 steps, you are instructed to create a definite plan for carrying out your desire, and you must begin at once to put this plan into action. You should follow this instruction in the manner described in the preceding paragraph. Do not trust your reason when creating your plan for accumulation. For the accumulation of money to the transmutation of desire. Your reason is faulty. Moreover, your reasoning faculty may be lazy. And if you depend entirely upon it to serve you, it may disappoint you. When visualizing with closed eyes the amount of money you intend to accumulate, see yourself rendering the service or delivering the merchandise you intend to give in return for this money. This is important. The fact that you are reading this book is an indication that you earnestly seek knowledge. It is an indication that you are a student of the subject. If you are only a student, there is a chance that you may learn much that you did not know. But you will learn only by assuming the attitude of humility. If you choose to follow some instructions but neglect or refuse to follow others, you will fail. To get satisfactory results, you must follow all instructions in a spirit of faith. The instructions given in connection with the 6 steps in the second chapter will now be summarized and blended with the principle covered in this chapter as follows. First, go into some quiet spot, preferably in bed at night, where you'll not be disturbed or interrupted. Close your eyes and repeat out loud so you may hear your own words the written statement of the amount of money you intend to accumulate and the time limit for its accumulation, and a description of the service or instructions. See yourself already in possession of the money. For example, use for example, suppose that you intend to accumulate 50,000 by the 1st of January. By the 1st of January, 5 years hence, that you intend to give personal service in return for the money in the capacity of a salesman. Your written statement of your purpose should be similar to the following. By January of 19, by January 19, I will have in my possession $50,000, which will come to me in various ways from time to time during the interim. In return for this money, I will give the most efficient service of which I'm capable of rendering, the fullest possible quantity, and the best possible quality of service in the capacity of a salesman of ... Describe the service you intend to sell. I believe that I will have this money in my possession. My faith is so strong that I can now see this money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands, and it is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render. In return for it, I'm awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money. I will follow that plan when it is received. Second, repeat this program night and morning until you can see in your imagination the money you intend to accumulate. Third, place the written copy of your statement where you can see it in the morning and see it at night just before retiring and upon arising until it has been memorized. Remember, as you carry out these instructions, that you are applying the principle of autosuggestion for the purpose of giving orders to your subconscious mind. Remember also that your subconscious mind will act only upon instructions which are emotionalized and handed over with feeling. Faith is the strongest and most productive of the emotion. Follow the instructions given in the chapter on faith. Okay, third. Self-confidence formula. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I will have and here and now I promise to render such action. Second, I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Because therefore I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become. Thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Third, I know through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I presently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression to some sort of practical means of attaining an object back of it. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily upon demanding uh, demanding with myself the development of self-confidence. I have clearly written down a description of my definitive aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I have developed sufficient self-confidence in order for its attainment. Fifth, I finally realized that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction which does not benefit all whom it affects. I, I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use in the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism before developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others can never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant and successful person. These instructions may at first seem abstract. Do not let this disturb you. Follow the instructions no matter how abstract or impractical they may seem at first to appear to be. The time will come, trust me, if you do as you've been instructed in the spirit as well as in act, when a whole new universe of power will unfold to you. Skepticism in connection with all new ideas is the characteristic of all human beings. But if you follow the instructions outlined, your skepticism will soon be replaced by belief, and this is in turn will soon become crystallized into faith. Then you'll have arrived at the point where you may say, I am the master of my soul. I'm the master of my faith. I'm the captain of my soul. Many philosophers have made the statement that man is the master of his own earthly destiny, but most of them have failed to say why he's the master. The reason that man may be the master of his own earthly status, and especially his financial status, is although explained in this chapter. A man may become master of himself and his environment because of his power to influence his subconscious mind. And through it gain cooperation with the infinite intelligence. You are now reading the chapter which represents the keystone of the arc of this philosophy. The instructions contained in this chapter must be understood and applied with persistence if you are to succeed in transmuting desire into money. The actual performance of transmuting desire into money involves the use of auto-suggestion as the agency by which one may reach and influence the subconscious mind. The other principles are simply tools with which to use auto-suggestion. Keep this in mind, and you will at all times be conscious of the important principle of auto-suggestion is to play in your effort to accumulate money through the methods described in this book. Carry out these instructions as loud as though you were a child. Inject in your effort something of the faith of a child. Your author has been most careful to see that no impractical instructions were included. Therefore, because of his sincere desire to be helpful, because you have read the entire book, come back to this chapter. After you have read this entire book, come back to this chapter and follow in spirit as well as in action these instructions. Read the entire chapter aloud once every night until you become thoroughly convinced that the principle of auto-suggestion is sound and that it will accomplish all that it has been claimed for it. As you read, underscore with a pencil sense which impress you favorably. Follow the foregoing instruction to the letter, and it will open the way for complete understanding and mastery of success. Whoa. By the first day of January 18, 2026, I will have in my possession $20 billion, which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during the interim. In return for this money, I will give the most efficient service of which I am capable of rendering, the fullest possible quantity and the best possible quality of service in the capacity of a life coach. I believe that I will have this money in my possession. My faith is so strong that I can now see this money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands, and it is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it. I am awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money, and I will follow that plan when it is received. And there you have it, guys. This is my secret formula. This is my prayer. But if you want to be scientific with it, this is how you program your subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is way more powerful than the conscious mind. But the thing about the subconscious mind is that it's like a garden. It's like a plantation, like it doesn't choose anything. It's just a fertile ground for seeds to grow. So you gotta plant the right seeds. And by you planting the right seeds, everything comes to you. All right. Talk to you in a bit.
Woke up like this, sweetheart. Period. I don't find flocks. I'm a fucking goddess, high priestess. I'm an eagle.
Fucking this nigga, he in his feelings. Now he thinking that I'm evil. He on IG, following bitches. Guess it's time to see new people.
You already know I'm the baddest. Ass and titties is the fattest. I don't chase clout, I already have it. I don't give a fuck about a sad bitch. Taking it so I'm a savage.
Looking for a paper palace.
Don't fuck with niggas with baggage. If I throw it back, you better grab it. If I throw it back, you better grab it. If I throw it back, you better grab it. Hey y'all, can y'all hear me okay? What's up? Welcome to my channel. Next time I do one of these, I do want to have like a microphone. Oh my god, a microphone. Chanel. Boom. Anyways though, I noticed a lot of people right now in life are going through a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know a lot of people that are going through a lot right now, including myself. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm kind of like, I started a YouTube video on that. I don't know if I'm gonna post it or not. I have to move out in less than 10 days by 12 p.m. My lease is up. It wasn't even a full year, but it's cool. Basically, Howard does not give their seniors and juniors housing. Thank the Lord I had a plan last year, but this year I have no solid plan. I don't know how my Virgo ass got to this point, really, because usually I'm always prepared and ready for the inevitable, and I'm never the person that's just like, oh, I don't know what I'm about to do. I feel stuck. It's cool though, because I know that I'm chosen and blessed, and I'm not just gonna be like, blessed. But it just shows you Howard does not give a fuck about you. I'm so serious. I woke up this morning crying. I don't know. It's been hard for me the past few days. I'm going through a lot of different emotions, and I just feel like a lot of people keep telling me, focus on a bag, focus on yourself. But like, when in our lives are we really not focused on ourselves? Like, and I feel like majority of people that tell me to go like be alone don't be alone themselves. Like, for the whole past 2 years, like, I've had one person like tell me like, go be alone, go be alone, and like other people, other friends telling me like, you need alone time, you don't have to be alone. But in all reality, I'm alone the majority of my life. I feel like I definitely could work on like not calling people first thing in the morning, but you know, I don't know, like, that's just my time. I feel like I want to socialize, because usually during the day I don't really want to. I'm usually busy. So like at the beginning of my day and the ending of my day, I do kind of like to talk to my loved ones. Or yeah. But how I've been kind of coping through all this: making music, dancing, posting things of me having fun, going to the gym, hanging out with my friends, letting my friends love me, love on me, like talking through all of it. I'm not gonna lie, and just like being intentional, going to like the crystal store. Chanel, okay, I understand this is your toy. I'm sorry, but her toy was getting on my nerves. So yeah, just praying, pouring into myself, you know. But I have been super alone. I'm not gonna say lonely, but I've been alone as fuck. I just know when I'm not alone anymore, it's gonna be really fulfilling, because I'm no longer the same person, and I am really changing for me, not for anyone else, not for any circumstances, but for me. And I feel like if I can sit here and be strong, I need you guys to be strong too. Like, a lot of us have been through a lot of different things from different levels, like different levels of pain, different levels of loss, different levels of grievance, different levels of trials and tribulations. I feel like if we all have gotten so far, especially like a lot of us that go through like used to go through problems at home when we were younger and shit. No, I really have a lot of faith in you getting through whatever you're getting through now. Y'all, my bad. I feel like a lot of us, if we can get through what we're getting through now, especially like during this time in our lives where a lot of us are moving out from our parents, seeing what it's like to be alone for real, especially some of us that aren't in college and don't get that community of having other people near you that are going through the same shit, or vice versa. Like, it's hard. I'm seeing the longer that I am away from my parents, the more my demographics are starting to show. Like being a woman, being black, being like middle class, being a student, being unemployed. Like, I have the bread, but people always want pay stubs. Huh? You pay for an apartment, you don't get no MFN credit. I bought my car in cash, no credit. But I got the bread, but that don't matter. Like, I'm starting to see like shit like that, like going to HBCU. Definitely when I go into areas that aren't black, I start to like feel different. Different's not bad, but it's definitely different. And when I think about me no longer being in college and me having that security of a school behind me or my parents behind me, it does make me very scared. And I think that's something that we should all really be talking about, because like this is something that we're low-key all going through, if not going to go through soon. I feel like I definitely understand when adults still feel like kids and they say that they're still young and still feel like a child, because I feel like I'm growing up, definitely body-wise, mind-wise, but my heart is still the same. And I thought that when you grow up, you become like cold and boring, and I feel like low-key even those people still have that inner child in them suppressed, and they just kind of have to put on that act. Like, I know, I even see it in my friends. It's called discipline, it's called code switching, it's called, yeah, all of that, until it actually becomes you. Because behind every single mean, annoying, cold person, hard person is that same child that was there 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 50 years ago. I just sometimes would love to see what that looks like in people, instead of this exterior they put on for their job or just for whatever reason they have to. I personally don't feel like I'm gonna change in that way. If I have to, yeah, but like, I want to put myself in a position where I don't need a job, where I'm working for someone, that I have to sit here and have my hair a certain color, can't have on nails, can't be myself. Like, I see different for myself. I just want to say, like, a month ago, I was 15 pounds heavier. A month ago, I was stalking someone. I was crying. I was acting crazy. I was feeling insecure. I was feeling like I did not have enough friends, like my friends weren't there for me enough. I was feeling so separated from my family. I was feeling fucking neglectful of my dog, hating everyone around me, hating myself, crying. And I just had to make changes. Still feel sad, but I feel happy, like, because I'm doing something about it. Like, one thing, as long as I am alive, I will never stop trying. Like, I feel like I'm really powerful. I know, it's not I feel, I'm really powerful. I am. Like, everything I said I was gonna do, I do. And I've been saying that from a child. Like, this isn't some newfound, like, type of thing that I'm getting now that I'm 20 and in college. Nah, I felt like this since I was poor. Like, I've always felt like that since I'm sitting here borrowing my fucking male best friend's shoes to go to school. Since I was wearing thrift store clothes. Not because it's a trend. Like, for real. Back when I was fucking slaving away at 16, working a job after fucking soccer practice. After soccer practice, sometimes 2 jobs. Go to one job that day, go to the next job that day. After soccer practice, after waking up at 5. Sorry, my phone had like cut off because of storage. I plan to get a new phone soon. But literally, and like losing my job, losing hella jobs, like for real. Like, not being the best on a soccer team, being one of the fucking worst, to winning most improved player by the end of my fucking 2nd, 3rd season. Trying out track. I did not make the track team in middle school, and that shit broke my fucking heart. Like, trying out for track senior year, I didn't plan on going through with it, but just that experience was fucking amazing. Like, going from having a 2.65 GPA to graduating with 3.85, all fucking honors courts, scholar athlete, full ride. Like, and it wasn't easy. It was not easy going through shit at home, going through shit at school, going through trials and tribulations in my sports. I'm not the best. I'm here with girls that are sitting here, been playing soccer for fucking years. Weight training with guys that have been weight training for years, play football. And I still ended up on the wall, top 3 strongest girls, period, every single time. Okay, I'm back. A full ride to my dream school, y'all. Like, I'm so fucking serious. A full ride. Going from not working a job, because I quit my jobs in 2020. I went from making nothing. I made 3 figures. And I hate to put y'all in my business, but last year a bitch made 6 figures. I'm not lying. I was 19. It damn near would have been 18 if, like, my birthday wasn't in fucking August and I turned 19 so damn quick. I bought my first car cash, 19. First apartment, 19, by myself. No fucking help, no co-signer. Had to pay that extra money and everything. And up north, the rent is higher. I'm paying like 1.4 to 1.5 in bills for just my house. Not even my insurance, not anything else. Paying $100 a month for storage. I do this shit. I'm a fucking boss. Period. No drama. I knew I was a boss. That's why I stopped working jobs at 2020. I've been working since I was 16 years fucking old. 15 years old with a fucking work permit. Literally. To being a fucking entrepreneur. And you want to know why I work jobs now? Because I had like a little work job for the fucking mayor of DC. Yes, the mayor. You want to know what I do that for experience. And that's what people have, I realized when I did, like, that privilege. Like, a lot of black people that are in poverty need that privilege, to have that financial privilege. You're supposed to work jobs. You're supposed to work jobs to educate you, to just have experience, to see if that's what you want to do, not because you need to. That's why I'm so fucking happy. I made $1,000 in 2 days from babysitting dogs. I made $1,000 one summer for fucking selling my old clothes. Not even no designer clothes, bro. I made hella thousands from buying and reselling fake and real Yeezys when they were trending. Balenciagas, all that shit. Gymshark. Like, I get paid thousands of dollars to go to Howard, the #1 HBCU in America. So like, for people like, and I don't ever sit here and say my business. I might not even post this in the video. I might bleep out how much I'm saying, but like, bro, don't ever think you have to show nobody your money for them to think you're making money. I knew this one girl, she was just like, you're so focused on niggas, you don't make no money. I bet when she see this video, she gonna be like, cause girl, I don't have to say or prove anything to anyone. If anything, I want you to believe I'm broke, so you can sit here and not focus on me, not try to take my wealth spiritually, physically. Don't compare yourself, don't envy me. Think I'm broke, think I don't got shit, think I'm not shit, think I'm ugly, think I'm fat. I remember people in my DM saying if you lost 10 pounds, you would be a 10. Bitch, I lost 15. What's up now? But I don't gotta sit here and prove that to them. I still knew I was that bitch. Like, for real, I just take note of who is here for me when I am at these low points, because I know who the fuck I am. And this is my inspiration to you. And it's going back to what I'm saying. It don't matter, because the most successful people will have those fucking low moments, but they won't sit here and think of themselves as low. I'm pretty sure a rich person will be on a fucking street as a homeless person and will not think of themselves as not shit. Because I know who the fuck I am. It don't matter. Like, spiritually, I know who I am. It's not because I have all these accolades. It's not because I was president of the debate team. It's not because I have a full ride at Howard. It's not because I made 6 figures last year. It's not because I look like a fucking goals. I look like fucking goals, bitch. It is not because of that. It's not because I have an amazing boyfriend, amazing friends, amazing family. No. It's because spiritually, I know I don't even belong here. Like, I'm a fucking god. I'm a goddess. And not that, oh, I'm a goddess, just quote. I am dead ass a fucking god, a goddess. I move mountains. I make gold. The earth makes diamonds and gold, bitch. I do too. Anything I touch turns into magic. It's deeper than just manifesting. It's deeper than just wanting. It's deeper than just doing. It's deeper than just being physically successful. I feel. And because of that, everything is energy. Because of that, everything just flows to me in abundance. Like, even if I hug a person, some of my blessings may leak off onto them. My blessed energy. And if you are really close to me in life, you are super blessed. Be the one now. I just wanna be the one now. People see it on me. People will see it on you. You know when you are chosen. And don't let no one being there for you change anything. Don't let those low moments change anything. You are a fucking boss. And when them low moments happen, because they're happening intentionally, there are people and energies that don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you succeed. You fucking do it. You fucking do it. You do it fucking hard. And you don't do it for no one. Don't become successful for that boy, for that girl, so that they'll see you looking like, you know, whatever. Do it because it feels right to you. Don't ever do anything for anybody. Don't ever sit here and try to get back from trying to be successful. Do it for you, because I promise you it won't feel right. Okay guys, I cannot finish this video. I'm running out of storage. I have no storage, so yeah, there definitely will be a part 2, but I don't know if it'll be posted with this. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe for more. I kind of left off on a weird note. You're probably like, what the fuck do I go from there? But you'll see in the second video. All I can say right now is keep up faith, keep hope. You're a boss. You got this. We're all some bosses. Fuck up. I might name y'all fucking, I don't know, the bosses. I don't know, some shit. But yeah.
Bow. Niggas be sneaky. suck of the bitch, she treat, she ayy. Yes, I said come.
Guys, if you're listening, please, please, I understand a lot of you have a hard time accepting what I'm saying when I tell you certain things. Like, I told my little brother's like, hey, you guys might wanna, put down in actual paper, pen to pad, write down exactly how much money you wanna make. Let me show you again, because now the price went up yet again. So, hold on, guys, use this as an example, all right? You can switch the numbers around, the date around, keep everything the same. You know what I mean? Use this as an example. Like, the mind is extremely powerful. Look at what when I tell you that you are divinely guided, I mean it to the core of my being. Nothing happens in random. The fact that I started to actually take everything I know seriously happened because things are happening in my life right now. You know what I mean? And those things kind of forced me into actually applying the knowledge that I know. And my life is changing so fast that I can barely tell what's happening most of the time. I'm just following the instructions at this point. You know what I mean? I'm just following the angels. You know what I mean? I don't want to scare nobody, but I can show you some real stuff that might freak some people out. And you know what? I'm gonna just do it. You know, I always thought that I was a pretty cool guy, you know what I mean? Like, because of my background, like, I had the privilege, really, of growing up with high energy, highly spiritual people, you know what I mean, that taught me spiritual lessons early. I'm talking about when I was 5, 3, whatever you want to call it. They just kept planting into my mind that there's more to life than what we can see. So in my mind, I kind of always knew that, you are a magnet, that you're manifesting constantly. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you an example. When I want to say like 5th grade, I'm not sure because, I come from Gabon, it's a French colony, it's French. So the schooling system is different. But when I was, in fifth grade, I believe, I used to play a little game with my friends. You know what I did? I used to tell them things like the best case scenario. Like I would tell them things like, okay, you know what? I'm about to travel this summer vacation. And they were like, yeah, you're not going to go nowhere, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, watch this. So basically, I pretended that something was going to happen. I felt some kind of way about it, like very positively about it. Just knew that it was going to happen. And little do you know, it did happen. I speak three languages. I speak French, I speak English, and I speak Spanish. I learned Spanish as my second language. My first language is French. English is my third language. Why am I sharing all this with you? Is because now I know that I manifested those opportunities. Because I was always thinking about the best case scenario. And the thing is, because I was already in an environment where the awareness was there that there's more to life than what we see, I kind of knew that, I don't know how, but things kind of happen in my favor like that, to where I would think about something, like for example, I'll go to school, right, in the car with the chauffeur and whatever, and then in my head I'd be like, okay, when we get to the house, the gate is gonna be closed, and it will be the opposite that happens. Little things like that. Like I always kind of projected myself in the future just to kind of mess around with it, to kind of see if it was really true. And every time I did it in a certain way, things just happened. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, but it's not really real. And then I tried it again, and it worked, 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 and it kept working. So much to the point where I got tired of it, and I was like, okay, let me see if I can stop it from working. And that worked too. you know but guess what? I'm back, and I'm applying myself to it now. As you can see, I keep showing you this book right here, Think and Grow Rich. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I knew everything that was in it. No. But I can tell you that I attracted this book in my reality because everything that's in this book was already in my head. I just didn't have it synthesized and organized the way that it is in that book, to the point where it's a formula. I didn't have it like that. I just kind of intuitively kind of knew, things just kind of happened that way for me. But the point I'm trying to make is that you are a master manifester. You are in control of your life. You are a god and a goddess. Now, I'm sharing that with you because you see what my life is looking like. I don't even see my life anymore. To be honest with you, I'm just living by faith. I'm not living by sight. It's like an inner knowing that I know that everything's gonna be all right, because it just is. And I'm applying certain principles of success that I just know now. There's no doubt in my mind. I speak with faith. I've been told you that she was the woman of my life, and I didn't even know she made that video. I didn't even look at her Facebook. Her YouTube. I just started looking at the YouTube, and I just saw a confirmation of everything that I've been talking about. And how did I end up watching this exact video? I don't know. I just been guided to it. So what am I trying to tell you? You're not gonna understand everything. I don't understand everything, believe it or not. But I do know that if you do things in a certain way, then things are gonna happen for you. But sometimes we have a tendency to be stubborn or whatever, so it is what it is. It took me a while to really understand and apply the knowledge that I know. And if you guys don't know, um, there's a guy who who transitioned, a couple years back. His name was Bob Proctor. The first time I saw Bob Proctor, I was still in Gabon. It was when the movie The Secret came out with Rhonda Burns, I think. I'm gonna show you, a small. I'm gonna show you who she is or whatever. But when the movie The Secret came out, it was a confirmation of everything that I kind of knew already because of the awareness that sits in my family like that. We have, we blessed, and I'm trying to be as humble as I can, but we're blessed with knowledge and information. So blessed that a lot of the members of my own family neglect that blessing, unfortunately. But hey, I don't have time anymore to explain or to slow down or whatever to appease. No, I'm going to live in my truth. I'm going to live in my purpose. And that's why I'm showing you exactly everything that I'm doing, because I know exactly where I'm going. And this will serve as a lesson. And hopefully, my path will make the next person's path even better than mine. That's why I was telling my little brothers, like, hey, you have the potential to become a billionaire before me. But a lot of times we just don't believe things, and that's okay. I didn't always believe in myself like that. But I've been told people where I was going early on, and of course, a lot of people made fun of me. It is what it is. But the point I'm trying to make is you gotta speak life into your life. You gotta become accustomed to just learning every day. That's a need, that's a necessity. It's like food. You eat every day, right? How about putting something in your mind that's beneficial for you every day? I'm not saying you gotta stop what you're doing. You can still watch TV, you can still be on social media, but you can also use it to your advantage. I hear a lot of people speak about intrusive thoughts or whatever. This is something that I describe in my videos. We are creatures of habit. Unfortunately, we like a garden, like where we like a think of our mind as a roses garden, right? Or any kind of garden where you plant the beautiful flowers that you want, right? And as you know, if you don't take care of that garden, then weeds are gonna grow. You know what I mean? Just any kind of plant is gonna grow that's not even beautiful. You gotta maintain the garden, right? The same thing with our mind. You gotta maintain the mind with positive, reassuring thoughts. You gotta maintain the mind with visions and ideas of what you really want your life to be like. You dictate the pace. You're the captain of your soul. That's the difference between us and animals. Animals function on instincts. We are blessed already. God gave us everything we need. And you know what that is? That is the power to control our mind. We all have that power. Nobody can make us think what we don't want to think. Nobody can do that because God gave us that. Use that to your advantage. I was watching I really hope and pray at this point I'm praying for you guys because I know that a lot of you guys are still skeptical. Like I was, you know. I was watching Bob Proctor and I was like, maybe it's not going to work. But you know what? He said something. He was like, well, all you got to do is just play this video every day and watch your life change. And I was like, oh, it can't be that simple. All I got to do is just watch the same video every day. But guess what? I did. And the more I did, my life changed. And the more I did, my life changed. And the more I did, my life changed. Gradually, slowly but surely, to the point where now I'm doing exactly what he was doing, which is read, think, and grow rich every day. If I ever took the time to tell you something, do not take it lightly. Please do not make the same mistake I made when I was watching Bob Proctor. You know, for those who don't know, I dropped out of college because I saw what billionaires were doing. And I was like, I'm not going to be a billionaire by being in school. I got to do my own stuff. So me and my friend at the time, his name is David, we're still cool. We joined Primerica, which is a multi-level marketing company. I did it for 5 years. I didn't really make any money. But that's beside the point. While I was there in those 5 years, they were teaching me principles of success. So the reason why I didn't make no money is because I didn't really apply myself. It's nothing to do with the product they're selling on that. No, I know that for a fact. I didn't apply myself like I do now. Now I know that I can do anything because I'm doing it. The difference is I'm doing what I want to do. You can live the life you want to live. That's what God wants for you. As the great Bob Proctor used to say, God is wanting us to expand, to grow. There's just something in us that just wants to get more and to do more and to have more and more and more and more and more. Poverty is not real. I'm about to say something that's going to upset a lot of people, but it is what it is. Somebody said that being poor is a sin. Now let that sink in. Being poor is a sin. What does that mean? When you really dive deeper into it and you realize how much control you have over your destiny and you start to take control over your thoughts and words that come out your mouth and actions that you actually do, you start to realize that you do control your life. You do control your circumstances. And when that happens, you make sure that you only focus on what you want to focus on. I'm barely beginning my journey and I'm already seeing all the positive signs. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. I saw this beautiful woman on BLK. It's a dating app. I saw her picture and I knew right then she's beautiful. I liked the picture, but she never matched me. But she also left her Instagram on it. And for some reason, I followed her Instagram and I sent her a message. She never texted me back. It was cool. Couple months went back or whatever. And then I actually saw her Instagram again. And I was like, well, she's a beautiful woman. Who is that? And little do you know, it's the same woman that I've been liking for a long time. I looked at the messages. I was like, I already texted her before. What am I trying to tell you guys? Things happen for you, like Jay-Z says. Things happen for you. Let the universe work for you. Let God help you. Let the angels guide you. Just let it happen for you. Take control of your mind. Take control of your destiny. You can do anything you want to do. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's true. One thing about me is I'm going to do what feels right for me. And it's worked wonders. Do what feels right for you. What I want for myself, I want for everybody. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. All this self-hate gotta stop. Because as long as you hate somebody else or you're jealous of somebody else, you're never gonna attract the success and the kind of life and the positive vibes and the mentality, the state of mind, the peace, the joy, all the rewards and gifts of this life and beyond this life that you are blessed with. You're never gonna attract it as long as you're full of hate. You gotta drop all of that hate and love. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? I got that from a Jay-Z song. I listen to Jay-Z a whole lot because I know that he's not just another rapper. He's a prophet. And I know that statement right there is gonna rub a lot of people the wrong way, but it is what it is, baby. If Jesus was here, it would be Jay-Z. In this timeline that we're living in. If I was you, I would listen to Jay-Z a whole lot more and actually take some notes and pay attention because his life is a testament to everything that I've been saying my whole life. An interesting fact about this book is that the end goal is supposed to be, there's 13 principles of success, right? And basically, when you master those 13 principles, you're supposed to develop the sixth sense. And what is the sixth sense? Well, let me read it for you. I'm not going to read the whole thing, you know what I mean, because I need to sleep or whatever. But I'm going to read what I think is important. And I just might read the whole thing, but anyway, the sixth sense, the door to the temple of wisdom, the 13th step towards riches. The 13th principle is known as the sixth sense, to which the infinite intelligence may and will communicate voluntarily any effort or demands by the individual. This principle is the apex of this philosophy. It can be assimilated, understood, and applied only by first mastering the other 12 principles. Like I said, when you master those 13 principles, you have complete and if you watch Dragon Ball Z, you're going to get Ultra Instinct. Something that even the gods don't even master completely. But Goku mastered it. Goku is like Jay-Z. He's another guy who was a regular guy, but because of some things that they did, acquired the sixth sense. But let's go deeper. This principle is the apex of blah, blah, blah. We read that. The sixth sense is that portion of the subconscious mind which has been referred to as the creative imagination. it has also been referred to as the receiving set, to which ideas, plans, and thoughts flash into the mind. The flashes are sometimes called hunches or inspiration. It's like intuition. Sometimes you just know things. You just don't know why you know things, but your body just moves. Just like I don't know why I'm attracted to Melaninmae. I don't know. I can't tell you why. But my body is just moving on its own. And now I know exactly why. Because that's exactly who God prepared for me. For me. I'm talking about she's the exact match of everything that I ever wanted in a woman. And more. I thought what I wanted was good, but she's even better than good. So now I'm rethinking my whole strategy. Like, I thought I did enough to get her attention, but hey, there's nothing that I can do that's ever going to be enough for a woman like that. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna speak from the heart for a second. Hold on. Let me get myself together. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh my God. Let's speak about the gods, Jay-Z and Beyonce, for a second. All right? Let's speak about them for a second. And I know what I'm saying is sounding crazy to a lot of people, but I don't care at this point. If you're still watching my videos and you think how you thinking, you don't gotta watch my videos. But like I said, let's speak about the gods for a second. How do y'all think Jay-Z got Beyonce? Let's be real. Y'all think because he was Jay-Z? Because he had money? Beyonce was Beyonce. She had her own money. Let's be real. She didn't need him. She didn't need him. So how did Jay-Z actually get Beyonce? I can't tell you because I don't know. Although I done my research, I fashion myself as like, a little researcher or whatever. I do my own research a lot, you know what I mean? But Mama T, Beyonce's mother, there was a video I was watching and she was like, they were talking for like a year before they did anything. And I don't think they did anything until they got married, to be honest, but who knows. But Mama T was like, they were talking on the phone for like a year. How many people can do that? How many people have this kind of faith, this kind of dedication? I'm talking about twin flame energy, like you just know things, that Bonnie and Clyde connection. That's what I feel for Melaninmae. I don't know why I feel that way. I don't know why I'm attracted to her. Now that I've seen the video that I've seen, I know why. But it's still not clear because part of my mind is still like trying to grasp the magnitude of the beauty of the soul of the twin flame of the universe of the goddess that she is. Like, I'm talking about, she's so beautiful that I don't even think she's real. I'm talking about indescribable beauty, like inside and out. Exactly what I need in my life. Exactly the kind of woman that I envisioned for myself. That I always been looking for in the women I dated in the past, but it wasn't the exact match because I always had to, do this or do that, and they wasn't on it, of course. But she's already on it, even more than me, actually. I got more to learn from her than she got to learn from me. And that's embarrassing to me because, as guys, we like to have that ego that, I'm going to teach her and I'm going to make her and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And, like, she's somebody that, I'd be lucky if I ever talked to her. Like, I'm still, like, in awe that she reposted what I posted. Like, I was so amazed by her energy that I just started posting her stuff and she reposted it and my life changed. Like, I had thousands of views all of a sudden from just one post. I'm talking about I was a nobody. And nobody even noticed my post on my Instagram. And she just reposted one thing that I posted and boom. All because I had the faith and courage to follow through. I was like, okay, well, she's amazing. I don't know if she's going to notice me, but let me do the best I can. And God blessed me more than I could have ever imagined. And I don't think that's understandable to even comprehend what I'm speaking right now. Like, it's beyond my own understanding. And trust me, I think I'm pretty smart. You know what I mean? I mean, if you watch my videos, I talk a lot of stuff. Like, I think I'm good, but, God just humbled me. Like, bro, as much as you think you know, there's a whole lot more you don't know. And it's hard for me to accept. But I'm cool. I'm just living in the moment of understanding that this is beautiful and even more beautiful that I can't even describe it. Like, if you ask my mom what I be doing nowadays, I'll just be in a shower, no lights on, my eyes closed, just imagining the best life that I can imagine. And it just keeps getting better. And my life just keeps changing. And I'm just on autopilot. Like, I'm just moving. I'm not moving in fear anymore. I'm living in paradise right now. I'm in paradise, guys. And let me share something that's kind of personal, but I think it's great for the greater good. I thought I saw something that made it seem like she wasn't interested in me or that she had another guy. And I lost it. I started crying and I was like, oh, I'm such a failure. Like, I was crushed. I was so crushed. The same way that if you follow Jay-Z, there's a video of Jay-Z when he talked about he spent some time with Beyonce and he felt so good. And then when it was time for her ready to leave, he felt crushed. And that's the same way I felt. When she posted something, I don't even know what it was or even care to speak on it. But I thought that it was something that it wasn't. And I started crying or whatever, and my mom came in, and she see me dancing. Like I'm a pretty reserved guy, I'm a Capricorn. Like I don't like to show people anything. For me to be dancing on camera, singing on Snapchat, it's unbelievable. Especially if you know me, because that's not me. Like I'm shy, like I'm reserved, like, I don't want to be judged. I used to live in the fear of criticism a lot. These days I don't give a fuck. I'm living my best life. I'm going after my big goals. I just showed you my goals. I'm talking about $20 billion by my birthday. That's unimaginable. Even to me. But I'm just fucking with it. I'm like, okay, let's see how big this shit can get. And I'm going for it. I'm not thinking anymore. I'm just doing it. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm trying to tell you. If you know me and you're watching this video and you're not trying to do what I'm doing, don't ever talk to me again, honestly, because that just means you're a hater. I'm just being real. Because if I was watching somebody I know that's onto something before they blow up, I'd be trying to blow up with them. But it seems like everybody betting on me to fail. Going back to what I was saying when I was crying, my mom saw me crying and she was like, oh, she's just another Instagram girl. What you expect? She don't got time for you, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what, Mom? I don't want to be disrespectful to you, but please leave me alone. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I was like, you know what? I'm good. Just leave me alone. I didn't even care to respond like that. You know what I mean? Like to give her the energy that she was looking for. I was like, you know what? Just leave me alone. Because these days, I practice what I preach. And I'm seeing the results in real times. I'm talking about how do you say that? Synchronicities, whatever the word is. I just showed you the angel numbers, right? All of those angels numbers don't happen by random, guys. And there's other things too that I'm not going to discuss just now. But best believe I'm seeing some stuff that are unbelievable. Don't just think like I'm crazy or something. No, I'm trying to put you on because I really love my fellow men. I really have love because I know that there's not enough love out there. And I wish that somebody could hold my hand and be like, no, you're an idiot. You should become a student. Just like Jay-Z said. I had to humble myself to become a student of this book because it says it. You have to you have to have the faith of a child to follow the instructions to the letter. Every single instructions. Everything that I showed you, it comes from this book. And there's stuff I didn't show you because it doesn't matter. Because the more you follow those simple steps, I swear it's like little things. Like waking up praying, going to sleep praying. But there's a way to put that prayer, and I show you that prayer. And I know a lot of you not going to do it, and that's fine. But I'm doing it, and I'm seeing the results. The more I breathe, actually, the more the seconds are going by that you're watching this, the more that my awareness is growing, and the more that I'm manifesting at a higher and more intense level. I abstained from masturbating for weeks. It wasn't even that long. I used to watch porn a lot or whatever. But in this book, it talks about transmuting the sexual urge towards a higher purpose. And I started to do that. And I had so much energy, yo. You seen the videos. It'd be 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't even care. And everybody like, damn, nigga, you not sleeping? Nah, I'm good. Because I'm applying myself. I'm a student again. I have the faith of a child. I'm just doing it because it says to do it. And my life is just changing like that. And it all happened as soon as I had the humility to be like, you know what? Let me actually try this thing for real. If I didn't tell you nothing, I'm telling you now. You better get down with the program or get away from me. I don't have time to explain anymore. I don't have the patience anymore. I don't even know how long I'm going to be alive. So you best believe that I'm going to live my best life every second, every step of the way. I don't even need to explain myself anymore. I just know what it is, and that's that.